students, today we are going to discuss a topic on components of food. Food is essential for the survival of all living organisms. And in a previous chapter, we have learned about food of human beings is mainly sourced from plants and animals. So, so humans and animals and also in plants, we require proper amount of nutrients, a diet, where the nutrients should contain carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. And not only these, it should also contains the water and the roughage. So let us go into the deep inside. What about all this? The first one is the carbohydrates, where carbohydrates are nothing but the starch and sugars. Where carbohydrates are mainly present in the cereals like rice, wheat, potatoes, maize, sugarcane, banana, papaya, mango, apple. And not only these, like it is converted into the simplest form of sugars, nothing but the glucose. That means it gives energy, quick energy. So that is why we call it as energy giving foods. If you consume more amount of this carbohydrates, it's stored in the form of fat in our body and it is used for the future use. This is about carbohydrates. Now let us go for about proteins. What are proteins? They are made up of amino acids. They are nothing but carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. So this proteins, it helps in the growth and repair of the tissues of our body. Even in our body, our cells will get damaged. So it repairs, this proteins will repair. So proteins are known as bodybuilding foods. So protein has the same amount, the same as energy as a gram of carbohydrates. The proteins like pulses, that means dals, different kinds of dals. We use green gram, red gram, different kinds of gram, that is nothing but the dals what we used in our daily life. Milk, eggs and also meat, which consist of all these protein contents. The next one is about the fats. Fat serves as a storehouse of energy in our body, even though our body requires some quantity of fats. So here, if you measure 1 gram of fat has 9 kilocalories of energy. That means it's more than carbohydrates and proteins. So here, so as fats is known as storehouse of energy in our body, we call it as energy giving foods. Excess of fats leads to the gain weight, children. So we call it as, if you are more weight and all overweight like that, we call it as it's obese or obesity. So if you consume more amount of cheese, oil, butter, nuts or meat, flesh, if you are taking more amount all these fat content foods, you lead to the excess of weight. So what will happen if you go to the excess of weight? So the fat cells are more produced into your body and it leads to the heart attack. And finally we'll go to the death. That's it. So we shouldn't have more amount of all these fats. We should have fats but not more than amount of what we require. So in our daily life, if you have 2 spoons of ghee, it is very good for your body, but not more than that. And the animals which lives in the cold regions, that is polar bears, which has a layer which is present under the skin, it protects them in the cold regions, and this mainly survive in the cold regions only. These polar bears are mainly survived over there. Next one is nothing but the vitamins. In our daily lives, along with all the nutrients, we required vitamins also, where it is a very good source in the fruits and vegetables moreover. And it is, we required a nutrient required in small quantity to develop the immunity and to prevent the diseases. We required proper vitamins, and these vitamins are classified into 2 groups, that is fat and water. Fat soluble vitamins are nothing but A, D, E and K, whereas water soluble vitamins are vitamin B, we call it as B complex, and vitamin C, which is you found in citrus fruits, all citrus fruits. So let us go with what is vitamin A. Vitamin A, the chemical formula is retinol, where you can find this retinol in the layer present on your eyeball. The covering of your eyeball is nothing but the retina. where you should keep protected from direct sunlight and also the vision of your eye. So if you have consumed green leafy vegetables and carrot, you don't face this problem. And when it comes to vitamin K, with the chemical formula is phylloquinone, which is helps in clothing of your blood. Children, if you are getting any hurt, your blood starts coming out from your skin. So what will happen? You should stop bleeding. So this vitamin which helps in the clothing of blood. So excess of blood cannot grow out from your body. So this helps in the clothing of your blood. So if you consume leafy vegetables, broccoli, cabbage, liver and meat, which is very good for you, you are having vitamin K. And the next one is vitamin C. This is the chemical name is called as ascorbic acid, and it fight against the infections and diseases. And I told that vitamin C, which is present in all citrus fruits. Some of that is amla, which is an Indian fruit. We call it as gooseberries. We like to eat it. The taste it when it is kept in a water, and also or it is dried one, which is very good, and which is very good for your skin and also for your hair. And tomatoes, lemon, as I told, all citrus consist of citric acid, which is all in citrus fruits. The next one is the minerals. Minerals also helps in the functioning of our body. Let us see some of the minerals. Calcium, which is very good for bones and teeth. The phosphorus, which helps in the formation of bones and teeth. Iron, which is present in the hemoglobin, the formation of the red pigment in the RBC, red blood cells. Not only these, even though in potassium, iodine and fluorine, which is also a very good source for our body. So potassium, if you go for the potassium, which is very good for the growth and development of the body cells and blood. Whereas the iodine, which is the proper functioning of the nervous system, and fluorine is for making the enamel of the teeth, the white part of the teeth. If you see your teeth, children, the white part which is present on your teeth is nothing but your enamel. So you should take, for all these foods, for all these minerals, you should take the proper diet. And these foods, as it is protecting, we call it as protective foods. This is about the minerals and vitamins. So the next one is the roughage. The roughage you can also call as dietary fiber, where fibrous parts of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, pulses, cereals, which has no nutritive value of our body, cannot digest food. So they cannot digest this roughage food. So what will happen? It is ineffective in regulating the process of this digestion, food digestion. So it prevents the constipations and also helps our body to get rid out of undigested food, and helps in the part of human body where feces are formed. So this is how the roughage takes place. And let us go for the water. The last one is the water. As I already told you, 70% of our body is of water. It helps in the proper functioning, and it regulates our body temperature. It also absorbs all the nutrients from our food, and it helps in the formation of sweat, urine and feces. And children, in summer season, we sweat more, we release our water from our body more, excess, all the maximum of that will release in the form of sweat, urine and all. So what happens? We are getting dehydrated. That means we are removing of water from our body because of the temperatures and all. So we should consume more amount of liquids during summer season, and not only that, and we should eat all the fruits and vegetables moreover to get out of this dehydration. So it is an essential part of blood and digestive juices, and excessive loss of water from our body is known as dehydration, what I told. So we should eat more amount of leafy vegetables, we should consume more amount of water, and also we should drink daily the milk products like milk and all, and at least if you have a spoon of ghee in our daily life, it is very good for us. This is about this. Thank you.